1/28/2013. This is my tent here, which you can clearly see is locked up. See it's locked. And I pulled this black weatherization sheets down in front of it when I'm gone for the day and when I'm in it at night. And this is done to keep the rain out, the cold out, and to keep the fact that the lights cannot be seen. It's got black weatherization. That's just a black garbage bag that's airing out. And you can see the entire tent has been weatherized. And the reason why I'm taking a video picture of this is because I'm hiking in California. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a target of what is known as organized stalking, which is also known as gang stalking. And all you got to do is Google organized stalking or gang stalking and how they rent apartments next to targets. Separate search, landlords and property owners. Separate search, mail theft and mail delaiment, postal employees. Cross-reference those descriptions separately to gang stalking or organized stalking. And then Google how organized gang stalking expeditions deliberately and intentionally through these descriptions create homelessness of a target. And why is that done? So they can then try and claim that the target's crazy for complaining about the gang stalking that they experience along their routes after and before they're homeless and at the apartment buildings, and to call them crazy for what they know to be the truth concerning the gang stalking, and to also use the homelessness as an excuse to gain legal custody of them, to co-opt their finances, to exploit their insurance, and exploit a target sexually in a syndicated run organized crime group home. Yes, it's the reason why the homelessness is created in part to begin with. Yes. If you Google extensively each description I just described in this video, you'll clearly be able to see it's all over the internet. Yeah, because they want to be able to claim the target can't take care of themselves as a result of being homeless and not wanting to get out of the homelessness. If I went up and rented an apartment right now, they'd do the same thing to me in the apartment that I would rent. Yeah, and if I didn't leave as a result of the harassment at the apartment building, which would also include by the landlords of the apartment building or the property owners, then they would stage an eviction based on bogus complaints. Yeah, because the whole goal is to create the homelessness, let a target get another apartment, then cause homelessness again, let a target get another apartment, cause homelessness again, because most targets of these crimes end up on social services. Yeah, and when you are a client of social services, you got to show documentation of your bills so they can adjust your food stamps. This documentation that shows that you had an apartment, then you're homeless, then you had an apartment, then you're homeless, because whenever you're homeless, you got to go back to them and report it so they can adjust your food stamp balance. The whole goal is to achieve documentation that you had an apartment, you're homeless, had an apartment, you're homeless, then they claim you are delusional or crazy or can't take care of yourself as a result of you having an apartment and then you're homeless. Having an apartment, then you're homeless. And the whole goal for them is to try and state that you are mentally ill or a threat to yourself or others. Yeah, and that's why they try to gain legal custody of you through a syndicated probate judge and lawyer. Yeah, in order to co-op your current finances, to exploit your insurance, and to exploit you sexually in a syndicated run group home. They go after people on disabilities, single women, single mothers, the elderly. They're into all different, also additional types of racketeering schemes and crimes. And they will even take me off Social Security. Yeah, to exploit the financial destitution, which will cause me to run to services that the government offers, like social services, or try and set me up in a homeless shelter. Well, they have a target gang stalk. Google that. And then once they finally get a hold of the target, okay, as a result of the target having to run to the system for help, the system they're infested in, once they get a hold of them, as a result of the accumulated documentation that still is brought about over time throughout this, which includes doctor reports, police reports, social services reports, even Salvation Army reports, because if a target might run to them for help. They take this accumulated documentation and then take legal custody of the state by claiming that they're delusional and can't take